I can't believe today's the Royal Rumble, but ladies and gentlemen, kind of fucking shocking, I know. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Lucas E. Allen 1018 on YouTube and all audio platforms, Lucas E. Allen Show. With your Lucas E. Allen, you're taking your LimitsCenter podcast for your Saturday, January 31st of 2026. Your Royal Rumble day has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to kick off the road to WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas, Nevada. For anything, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Lucas E. Allen. Mainly Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Also say Zach Cyrus on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. You don't miss the second YouTube channel, Lucas E. Allen. I'll discuss always my top 5 picks for both the 2026 women's and 2026 men's Royal Rumble matches, obviously for tonight, or this afternoon. It's going to kick off in an hour from obviously the Saudi Arabia, obviously. So if I can get this all published by 2 p.m. so I won't be looking like a freaking idiot, man. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Now, let's get started, shall we? Not? By the way, watch on today's podcast on YouTube. Hit the like button on today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn the bell for your post notifications, upload on this channel. And always leave a comment in my episode for your Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Watch on Spotify, also comment and 5-star rating, be very nice about to say at least. Now let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, just give the topics discussed. Get right into it. Hopefully, we can get this a knockout wood. We'll help publish at 2 p.m. Hopefully, it can do that, obviously. So starting with, we're discussing your Friday night Smackdown, your Friday night Bore Down, your Friday night Suckdown, I'm going to call it, man. January 30th, 2026 review. We're discussing that. Hosting WWE Backlash 2026 to be held in Tampa, Florida, this May. By PLE after WrestleMania, obviously. Hosting Ava, the NXT General Manager, announces her departure from World Wrestler team at the WWE. Obviously, The Rock's daughter, obviously. Be discussing that. Hosting Roman Reigns, this is a very shocking freaking report. He's got correct in every single thing he said here. Roman Reigns says WWE has become stagnant. Be discussing that. Hosting Aleister Black has not returned to the 2026 WWE Men's Royal match as originally planned. And obviously finish off my 2026 Royal Rumble predictions. Obviously, I did this on YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels and TikTok, obviously. Go check that out. There's shorts content there. And as always, let's get started today's podcast here Saturday, January 31st, 2026 on LimitsCenter on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas E. Allen Show. Starting with, you guess, your Friday night Smackdown, January 30th, 2026 reviews. I lowered my microphone just a little bit, man. Kind of a little bit high in the pitch voice there. After a quick recap of Saturday night's main event, Cody Rhodes made his way to the ring to kick off the show. He took his time again to the ring because he was interacting with the fans along the barricades and sailors. The crowd gave him a warm reception, obviously, to a point, honestly, before he got in the ring, and chanted his name for a long time before he started talking. He spoke about his bout with Jacob Fatu at Saturday night's main event, obviously, and due to Drew McIntyre to reign defend undisputed WWE champion, get involved and wanted to win the Royal Rumble for a third time. Rose teased facing CM Punk to reign defend WWE World Heavyweight Champion for the world title, obviously, if he wins the Rumble, which got a loud reaction from the crowd. Because, by the way, they were booing Cody Rhodes, too, honestly, before we mentioned Drew McIntyre. There's a little bit of ice to be planted there, obviously, for a potential Cody Rhodes heel turn. We'll be fine with that, ladies and gentlemen. When you find with them to say at least. But they were even louder when Randy Orton's music hit. Orton said even though he respects Rhodes, he will toss him out of the Rumble without hesitating because he's chasing number 15 of his World Championships, obviously. This led to Jey Uso, half of the WWE Women's World Tag Team Champions. Most said Women's Tag Team Champions. Oh my God, man. Yeah, classic me, man. But unlike the other two, he sprinted to the ring Jay gave a speech. Sami Zayn came out to the ring. You can tell it was freaking coming from it. So it was a boring show. He promised that it would be him winning the winner of the WWE Championship. Not McIntyre, Paul Heyman division were out next. But they stayed on their stage for the promo. Nick Gall, the SmackDown general manager, obviously came out and booked an 8-man tag match for everyone later in the show. Oh, fucking joy, man. I love 8-man tags. You know about that, ladies and gentlemen. I love me some 8-man tags. Yeah. So nobody ever. No. This is fucking boring, man. What do you want me to say? A big fat C rhymes with cat. My goodness, man. Who the fuck cares to set up an 8-man tag, forgettable tag match, Triple H, Nick Gall? I'm blame just Triple H, honestly. Because I feel like to, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is boring. This shit's bores the shit out of me. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. As most of these SmackDown opens have been. Boring, beyond boring can be. It is what it is, though, obviously. Moving on to Carmelo Hayes. Nothing else discussed in that open segment. Not at all. Carmelo Hayes, reigning defending WWE Men's United States Champion, defeats Rey Fenix to retain the said WWE Men's United States Championship. Give us a B+. Another Carmelo Hayes Men's United States Championship Open Challenge. More, I get impressed with this championship run, obviously. And how great the man is, Carmelo Hayes. Very much impressed with this match, man. Two great pro wrestlers. Carmelo Hayes is freaking great. Granted, there's not much story involved, which, honestly, I don't think we need a story with this. This is the type of stuff I like on Friday Night SmackDown. It's the Men's United States Championship Open Challenges. It's just the best thing on the show. At least one of, if not one of the top best things on the show. And the SmackDown, it usually is the best thing on the show. That's just how I feel in all honesty, man. But this was pretty freaking great. Rey Fenix is great. Carmelo Hayes, you know how great he is. And this match gets a B+, like I said, man. Very fun Men's United States Championship Open Challenge yet again for Carmelo Hayes, when he defends WWE Men's United States Champion. Very fun match if you ask me. B+ is great, like I said. Moving on to Charlotte Flair. Alexa Bliss. They first came out to a promo. Basically teasing tension between the two ladies. Potential breakup, which I could definitely see happening at the Royal Rumble tour this afternoon in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I definitely see it. I think Alexa's the one going heel and not Charlotte Flair. There'll be two formulaic to have Charlotte turn on Alexa. We all know it's going to be eventually going to be like good old Charlotte ways. And quite honestly, I think Charlotte's been doing some good work as a babyface recently. I know she's better as a heel and people don't like her, but still. I think Alexa's the one that should turn a heel. And plus, Alexa could use something different on the show. Especially she's going to go back to her baby hold heel days, honestly. But this gets a B-. Also, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss got interrupted by the Judgment Days, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, and also Raquel Rodriguez. And Alexa and Charlotte also beat Roxanne and Liv. Yeah, it gets a B-. And Roxanne took another freaking pinfall thanks to the Sister Abigail. My goodness, man. Roxanne's a little bit of pin eater in the Judgment Day, and I hate that for her. She's too freaking great. That's just me, though. Gave us a B-. By the way, spoiler on my predictions. Also saw this basically on the second YouTube channel. Lucas Young, go check that out. I'll discuss my top 5 picks for the women's Royal Rumble match. And the men's at the same time. And I basically picked Liv Morgan as number 1. Yeah. No other way should anyone win the match not named Bianca Belair. Liv Morgan is the one that should be the odds-on favorite. She should, and I'll capitalize letters, should win the Rumble. Putting the best work of this whole women's division, it feels like, to pass, I don't know, 3 fucking years at bare minimum. The woman is freaking amazing as Liv Morgan. So it's been a much better women's wrestler too, obviously, recent memory, since we saw her in NXT. And called many early days in the Riot Squad. This woman's freaking great. love to see her getting her hopefully much deserved push at least for title contention at WrestleMania. So that's what should be happening. Not Rhea Ripley. It's not Rhea versus Stephanie. I don't know how many people wanted to see the match, so I don't blame you. It can be a non-title match, man. You don't need a title with that match in general, bro. Let's just be real. Put the title on Liv, develop the story between her and Roxanne Perez. And Roxanne wins Money in the Bank, something like that. Maybe she wins Queen of the Ring. Money remains to be seen what WWE wants to do with that. Wait and find out then that happens, man. But I hope Liv wins the Rumble here tonight. It was just some pre-predictions in the final segment of today's podcast. As for this tag match, it was not so solid. Give it a B- though. Moving on to Axiom. He got his mask back on the show. He defeats Johnny Gargano to, like I said, get his mask back. This is a banger, man. Tied with the best gray on the show, believe it or not, man. This gets a B+. A B+ match is the second best, tied for best gray match on the show is Axiom and Johnny Gargano. Who got both guys not but great, especially Johnny. But still, banger match, obviously. Two great pro wrestlers. Can't complain about that. Johnny Axiom gets his mask back. What else want me to say about this? That's all I can give you. Still tied the best grade on the show, by the way. And a B+. Moving on to after a break, AJ Styles came to the ring for what could be his final promo on Friday Night Smackdown, or final WWE Superstar in general, as he prepares to face Gunther tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow tonight, this afternoon to say at least, with his career on the line. The crowd chanted AJ's name for a little while before he finally spoke. He talked about being confident, but he'll beat Gunther and able to continue his farewell tour with matches against some of his old-time rivals, kind of like how John Cena did last year. Gunther showed up and talked trash while standing in the announce table, on the top of the announce table, obviously. Styles angered him by reminding him that he tapped out the calf crusher, obviously, for the last match they supposed to had. But he opted to fight AJ and walked away. Not to fight AJ, and Gunther obviously walked away. I could have done without this, honestly. I mean, it was not bad promo per se. I mean, I kind of get what they wanted to accomplish here, get AJ's promo probably for the final time on SmackDown. They know the place that he built, honestly, according to John Cena. The face that runs the place, stuff like that, the stuff in 2016. But this was okay for what I could have done without it, honestly, though, when I think about it. You know, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. I could have done without this promo. I know AJ want to be on SmackDown for the final time, argue before he retires. But still, I'd rather him just stick with the Raw brand at that rate, honestly. But then again, it doesn't kill two birds with one stone, kind of, as well. But I gave us a C+, to say at least. To Ilya Dragunov in a freaking insane way to get the Miz grade here. Ilya Dragunov, he defeats the Miz. This gets a B, believe it or not. Somehow, Ilya Dragunov, how great he is, brought the Miz to at least a B-level grade of a match standpoint. Kind of a miracle, I know, ladies and gentlemen. But even Miz, gotta give him some flowers here. He's actually not that bad in the match. Then again, he's going to get one of the best in the freaking planet Earth, honestly. Ilya Dragunov, obviously. It's going to be tough to be not great against Ilya Dragunov. The guy is just a freaking selling machine at this rate. The guy is simply incredible. So we'll see what implications with him, potentially, since he lost the United States Championship last year to Kamel Hayes. Obviously, I think it was a Friday final SmackDown of the year in 2025. I think, at least. Knock on wood. I doubt you guys can hear that, but I doubt, honestly. But still. Didn't mind this match whatsoever. Gave it a B between Ilya Dragunov and The Miz, believe it or not. Oh my god. Moving on to our forgettable 8-man tag main event, man. If I can't anymore bored with this freaking show for a main event, you give me an 8-man tag. I don't give a flying fuck tag match. And it's with the freaking Vision. Lovely. Anyways, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. The versus divisions, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. And the main event ends in disqualification after Drew McIntyre to ring defend undisputed WWE champion. attacked Zayn, and Braun Breaker basically speared everybody to end the show. A big fat say. Not great to end your show with the Vision. And basically start and end with the fucking Vision, man. How freaking boring. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Nobody cares to see the freaking Vision to start a show and end your show. Nothing can accomplish with this. Nothing accomplished with this, man. What do you want me to say? The show continues week after week to bore the shit out of me with their main events and beginning the shows. It's been better a little bit since it went to 3 hours, believe it or not, but not the greatest. It's starting to have a lot to do better here with. This simply did nothing for me. Nothing for me whatsoever. A main event, you need to begin your show with this shit too about promo. It's a big fat C to end your show. As your overall show grade for Friday Night SmackDown, January 30th, 2026, is a B-. It was still an okay SmackDown at best, honestly. But still, it's a B- overall show grade to say at least. It's WWE Backlash 2026 to be held in Tampa this May, Florida to say at least. WWE Backlash 2026 will take place in a different location than originally expected. Previous reports last year. Lost my freaking notes there. Last month, excuse me. Indicated that WWE was planning to hold an event in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Those plans have changed. Triple H announced today that Tampa, Florida, has been selected to host a premium live event. The show is scheduled for Saturday, May 9th at the Benchmark International Arena, to say at least. And so there you go. Basically, I don't mind this move. Obviously, I host a lot of PLEs in Tampa. I think last year they hosted Saturday night's main event from there, I believe. And also, you got Evolution. Was that Georgia? It might have been Georgia, honestly. But I think they had Battleground, maybe NXT Battleground there. And maybe also Saturday night's main event special, to say at least. So there you go. Backlash is a new home for 2026 Backlash in Tampa Bay, Florida, if you ask me. So there you go. A match we could see on that show, it could be maybe Cody Rhodes making win the Undisputed WWE Championship from there. At WrestleMania 42, obviously, and go his first title defense against who it always, honestly. Keep updated when obviously Backlash comes closer, obviously, at the WrestleMania 42 season, to say at least. Keep updated what kind of matches we get for Backlash in 2026 for sure. Moving on to Ava, The Rock's daughter, Simone Johnson. The NXT general manager, as not now, but used to be. Ava announces her departure from WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. NXT general manager Ava announced yesterday via Instagram that she is leaving the WWE. I'm not going to read the post here, but if you want to go look it up, go check Ava's Instagram account, to say at least. Now, was I the biggest fan of Ava Raine / Ava, the NXT general manager, and she was in schism with Joe Gacy at one point, I believe? Honestly, no, I was not. This could be kind of like a cheap shot at The Rock, honestly, the way shit he pulled last year at WrestleMania 41. You know, Triple H and TKO could be petty like that. The Rock obviously works for TKO. Might be a Triple H decision. Wait and find out, man. You know it could be a cheap shot at The Rock. You know Triple H wants to take any shot at The Rock. He wants to take a shot at anybody that fucking does him wrong or does him question his creative and stuff like that. You know he wants to do that. Don't tell me you cannot think that as well. Triple H certainly can do that. He knows he can do that, obviously. So when you find what Ava does, she wasn't like the greatest general manager, in my opinion, definitely not level William Regal, I'll tell you that right now. But was she better in this general manager role than compared to when she was in Schism? Absolutely she was, honestly. Well, we'll see what she happens. I don't know what the departure could look like. Maybe it's something to do with The Rock. I don't know. Maybe it's something on her own. Wait and find out, man. We keep updating Ava when more stories come out. But why she left the WWE, maybe a contract from her, maybe something like that. Wait and find out that in the sales. Keep updating her going forward, if you ask me. Moving on to Roman Reigns says WWE has become stagnant. Oh joy, poor Triple H's got another cheap shot at him, man. Roman Reigns appeared on the Pat McAfee show and seemingly took a shot at WWE Creative. Reigns said he was going to be transparent about the changes within the WWE over the last 2 years, probably since me and Vince McMahon depart from the company for good in January 2024, obviously. We're 2 years here now, and we haven't advanced. Reigns said, we haven't evolved. We've had great leadership in Nick Khan. God bless him. What a businessman. He's a genius, but we have to be able to keep up with that creativity. That's why people like me, people like... I lost my notes there for a second. People like that, to say the least. People like me, man. People like who are starving to be the very best. Excuse me, I can't fucking speak today, man. I just can't do it. I just can't all around see mediocrity. Not when I sit for everybody to just slam it home. I mean, we're on Netflix. We're crying out loud. You gotta capitalize. We've got people out here playing around and trying to figure it out. I got the formula, and quote, he said. He's not lying. He's definitely not lying, in my honest opinion. Because look what Triple H has done with not even just the creative, just with Roman Reigns in general. Oh, granted, is Reigns a private problem here to a point? Sure. With his part-time schedules? Sure, man, of course. When he's on television, Roman Reigns is on television, what is he doing that's so meaningful? That's lighting the world on fire? Nothing. Even when he's on television, like if you match with Bronson Reed, like with the fucking Vision and Stella Sikoa for the UFO, like who the fuck cares? We don't know what's going to end up being anyways. Like nothing with Roman Reigns seems unpredictable and nothing that's interesting whatsoever. Minus the WrestleMania 41 match he had last year with him and CM Punk and Seth Rollins. That was the only thing, minus also WrestleMania 40, the stuff with that. I'm talking about after his undisputed WWE Championship reign. What has he done since then? He turned babyface. Barely anything that I can fucking remember, minus that triple threat match I just mentioned at WrestleMania 41. That was semi-meaningful, to say the least. Like, what are we doing? And then Triple H goes on basically whatever you want in the interview saying, you're not a real fan, you critique the product, fuck you, man. Well, guess what, Hunter? You're getting from your own fucking top star, one of the top stars in the last, decade and a half almost, and Roman Reigns. So who is saying fuck you now, Triple H? It ain't me. It'd be your boy, Roman Reigns. So there you go. And that's just the fans saying it, Hunter. It's your own fucking superstar saying it. Get your head out of your ass. And leadership again, not named Nick Khan, Roman Reigns said here. He's sticking to the dig at Triple H. You know damn well he is. And he has every right to do that. He really does, if you think about it. That's my thoughts on this for sure. Moving on to Aleister Black. One piece of word most before I get to pre-predictions for the Rumble. Aleister Black not returned to the 2026 WWE Royal Rumble as originally expected and planned. Aleister Black is not expected to be at today's men's Royal Rumble match, according to a new report. PW Insider reports that while Black would travel to Saudi Arabia for the event, the decision was made to not include him in a 30-man match. The report states that WWE officials opted to put Black on return to SmackDown programming rather than having him appear in the Rumble immediately following his recent storyline. Obviously, it's Damian Priest in that ambulance match on January 2nd, 2026 for SmackDown. The first SmackDown of the year and the first SmackDown for 3 hours since coming back to, obviously, 2026. I don't mind that, quite personally, honestly. Because what is Black going to do in the Rumble? It's so meaningful. I mean, really. What is he going to do? Could he be kind of a mini standout? Sure. But is that really going to be a lock? The answer is fuck no, obviously. It's not going to be a lock for that. So I don't mind return on SmackDown. Plus, he's probably eliminated, less than 10 minutes, it feels like. Maybe 5 minutes, honestly. So I don't mind a return on SmackDown, honestly. It'd probably be better off the return on SmackDown than, believe it or not, the Royal Rumble, if you ask me. Keep updating Aleister Black when he does, obviously, to say at least. When Ellie returns to Friday Night SmackDown, to say at least, sooner rather than later in 2026. Probably the next couple weeks, I would think so. And finally, I run for your LimitsCenter podcast, your Saturday to January 31st of 2026, my WWE Royal Rumble 2026 predictions. Now, before I get into that, if you watch my Instagram reel or my YouTube short or also my TikTok video about my predictions, you don't basically have to watch this segment. It's still all the same, to say at least. But if you have not, here are your predictions. Starting with obviously the women's Royal Rumble match. As I probably mentioned at the top of the podcast in the Smackdown review, and also probably my second channel, Lucas C. Allen. Liv Morgan has to win this. Liv Morgan has to 1,000% win this. I mean, I would take Bianca Belair. I really would. But honestly, Bianca can win the Chamber. It must be better for her to win the Chamber than the Rumble. I know she's going inside a freaking cage, but just come off a wrist injury that kept her most out of 2025. I get that. But this has to be Liv's moment to win the Royal Rumble. I know Bianca's won a Rumble in the past. She won 2 Chambers too. I get that. She won a third one too. And she can win twice in back-to-back years. She really can. But Liv's got to have this one. Liv's been runner-up, ladies and gentlemen, for like 3 times over in the Rumble. And this is when the Rumble, since she's been a Rumble in 2018. When the very first Women's Royal Rumble match. She was runner-up, I believe, in 2022 and 2023. I think in 2024 too. Not in 25. I don't think she was going up in 2025. But I think 3 straight years she was a runner-up. I'm not joking. One was Rhea Ripley. I think one was also Ronda Rousey. Was it Ronda? I know definitely one was Rhea Ripley. And I think there was also one of Bayley one. So it was 2 out of 3, honestly. But you get the point. This has to be Liv's moment. I said what I said. Liv Morgan has, and I mean has, to win this match. I don't care what anybody says. You can have Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill still at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship on Friday Night SmackDown, but Liv has to win the Rumble and Bianca can win the Chamber. She really can. Could win it back-to-back. It's the lazy booking back-to-back years for the Chamber for Bianca Belair. So what? It's not like it's going to be something better for his Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair feud anyways. That's what WWE's doing on Jade on SmackDown before Bianca comes back. I mean, come on, man. Liv needs to win this match. No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't care, Bianca Belair fans. I love Bianca. I love your girl. She's one of my fucking top 2 favorites in the world. I love that girl. I love Bianca. She's fucking incredible. I can't wait to see her back, obviously. Hopefully it's this afternoon. But Liv has to win this match. Any other decision would be kind of fucking raw, if you ask me. Minus Bianca to a point. So I'm going with Liv Morgan to win the Women's Royal Rumble match for this afternoon. Hopefully she wins it, obviously. Moving on to AJ Styles and probably his retirement match here, sadly. We take it on Gunther. I'm sadly going with Gunther to beat AJ Styles and retire AJ Styles to tap out. Do I want this? Absolutely not. I don't. Would it happen? Probably. That's why I'm going with Gunther. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I just don't see W really trusting me long-term investment with this feud with Gunther and AJ Styles. Styles is not going to go on a retirement tour. He already basically said before, minus the SmackDown promo he did yesterday, that this is probably his last match. Even Shinsuke Nakamura spoiled it too after the Saturday Night's Main Event they match they had last week. He basically spoiled it. So of course it basically spoiled this match too. I'm going with Gunther to beat AJ Styles. Should be a banger. Choose the best, honestly. Styles can still go to the state, but Styles for me wants to retire on at least one on his old self, to say at least. He doesn't want to be like John Cena, retire too late. He wants to retire right now. Which I give him respect to a point, but I do hold off at least a minimum WrestleMania with this. I think you can hold us off to WrestleMania, but they're not doing it right now. I don't like the event happening here in Saudi Arabia. Him retiring in Saudi fucking Arabia sounds stupid. It's dumb. Like, Saudi's basically getting everything, man. It's unbelievable. They're getting a WrestleMania, they're getting AJ Styles retirement match. I'm surprised they didn't get John Cena's retirement match. I was shocked when it was freaking in Washington, D.C. Not compared to people wanting to be in Boston, but still. At least it wasn't fucking Saudi Arabia, obviously. Like, Styles is getting here, basically. I'm going to the end of the career of AJ Styles here this afternoon. Moving on to Sami Zayn. We're taking on Drew McIntyre for the reign defend undisputed WWE champion. for said undisputed WWE Championship. I'm going with Drew McIntyre to retain his championship here this afternoon. Don't see why Sami Zayn would beat Drew McIntyre as McIntyre's first defense of the biggest title in the company. I see this man walk into WrestleMania as the undisputed WWE champion. People might say Cody Rhodes might win a championship right back before WrestleMania. No. Cody Rhodes is going to the challenger, at least one of two, honestly. I can see a world where Cody and Drew and Roman have a triple threat match for the championship. I don't mind that, honestly. But honestly, I feel like Sami Zayn is going to lose here. So I think he wins a world championship in Saudi Arabia eventually. Absolutely. Next year, if WrestleMania 43 is taking place in Saudi Arabia, that's where I think Sami Zayn gets his crowning moment, win the world championship. That'd be honestly better than the Rumble win itself, honestly. So I ain't fine with that to say at least. But I'm going with Drew McIntyre to defeat Sami Zayn to retain the undisputed WWE Championship here this afternoon in Saudi Arabia Royal Rumble. And finally, the men's Royal Rumble match. I got Braun Breaker winning. Honestly, yeah, I think I'm going with Braun Breaker to win. Is there a possibility that Roman Reigns can win it? Yes, obviously. I'm still kind of hesitant after last night, honestly, on SmackDown, where Breaker speared both Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn to fight over the undisputed WWE Championship. I was kind of more hesitant about that. I'm still going with Braun Breaker to win it. I still don't know how I'm a little bit less confident about that. But I'm going with Braun Breaker to be the men's Royal Rumble match winner in 2026. It's going to be a nice moment for him to build a big-time new star. Obviously, the main event scene for years to come. And Raw and SmackDown, the main roster, to say at least. So, yeah, Braun Breaker win the 2026 men's Royal Rumble match as well. Go on predictions again. Get the Liv Morgan win to be the 2026 women's Royal Rumble match winner. I got Gunther retiring AJ Styles this afternoon. I got Drew McIntyre defending his undisputed WWE Championship against Sami Zayn. And I got Braun Breaker win the 2026 men's Royal Rumble match. That is my 2026 WWE Royal Rumble 2026 match predictions. Let me know in the comments section below on this podcast what you think of my predictions. Also, your predictions of Rumble match to say at least. For all 4 matches to say at least as well. Especially both Rumble matches as well. Thank y'all for watching. Lucas E. Allen 1018 on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas E. Allen Show, which is a LimitsCenter podcast here Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Today being obviously Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Hopefully I can get more uploads probably after Rumble. I'm going to watch it throughout my Twitter timeline, honestly. Not going to watch it itself. I'm going to watch it tomorrow at some point. Cover obviously in LimitsCenter for your first podcast in February, man. Tomorrow's February 1st of 2026. Kind of fucking crazy. I wrapped the first month of the 2026, obviously. Anyways, enough around with me. I honestly to say, at least hope y'all enjoy the 2026 Royal Rumble. At least try to enjoy it, honestly to say. At least what's taking place in Saudi Arabia as well. Until next time, it's just to be next time. Peace, love, and bright. I am out here. Love y'all big time to say the least.